Hello everyone, how are you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hi, how does sir?
I'm fine. Hello Miran, how are you doing? Miran, can you hear me?
Yes, how are you, sir?
I'm good. What happened yesterday absent?
Yeah, I have a problem.
I'm sorry?
I can make it yesterday. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. So even you didn't discuss much yesterday, just I have sent the database software tools to install on machine, but you are not there. So I sent only that whoever there yesterday session. So hope everyone have installed the Oracle database on your machines. Now database is working.
Yes, sir. Database is working. It's installed.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you started working with the connection programming we talked about the day before yesterday? Have you
Yes.
connected?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, sounds good. And you follow the same step what we have discussed, the loading the driver, establish the connectivity, statement object to sending the SQL queries and execute, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay,
I
good.
just have a little question.
Tell me, how can I help you?
Okay. Yes, yesterday I did not get the jar, but finally this morning as I was thinking, I was able to get it. So I remember you showed us what the Oracle driver class is.
Yeah,
I'm
that is
just
there on your
curious.
machine only. Once you will install on your machine.
Yes, I've seen
So
it.
I show you the path, right? The folder path
Yes,
from
you
where we
showed
can
it.
see get the OJDBC 14 that you can add it on your build path, and then your program is ready to execute. If
Yes,
you
I'm just
just
curious to
go
know
through
where
the,
did you get
if you can just
the
go through
thin?
the previous recorded session where I have explained you from which folder and the directory path from the Oracle XE folder to get the JDBC library called OJDBC 14 jar file.
Yes, I've seen it already. I'm just curious to know where you got the thin. You know, there's a name thin. You said it's the name of the Oracle driver. I was just curious to know where you got that name from.
Thin is the not only thin. There are four types of driver we use. One is a JDBC ODBC driver. Another one is a native API partially Java driver. Type 3 is a net protocol Java driver, and the type 4 is a JDBC thin driver. So type 4, the JDBC type 4 driver called JDBC thin driver, which Oracle or any database they recommend to use the type 4 driver, because it is not going to be converted to any other third-party network or the protocol. Directly, it will be establish the connectivity from your application code to your databases. So that's the reason we use type 4 driver, but there is not only one driver. There are four different types of driver we have.
Okay,
Make sense?
okay. Makes sense. Thank you. Thank
So
you.
this is the latest one driver called thin driver we use. Yeah. Any other queries or questions? Meran, if you can text your email ID, then I can send you the same database as well, and you can start a installation process. Meran, can you hear me?
Yes, I can send you. I
Yeah.
will send it.
Text your email ID and I can forward the same database or setup that I sent yesterday. Just to give me a second, I'm getting a call. Just give me 1 minute.
I have a question, sir. Hello, can you hear me, sir?
I'm on call. Just give me 1 minute time, please.
Okay.
Yeah, now I'm done. Please ask me what is your doubts, Shaiman. Please go ahead.
I downloaded the database edition, but I was not able. I followed your steps a couple times, but I was not able to connect the database to the program. So it did. I couldn't find the. When I go to the database, the session table was not created.
Okay.
It kept me.
What I can do, I can make you host and you can share your screen, and then
Okay.
maybe I can help you out, or maybe someone can help you out. Not an issue.
Thank you.
Yes, now you can share your screen.
So this is the Oracle
Database is
database.
installed. Database is installed successfully.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
working
in
perfect.
the
Now
program,
program.
this is, I followed the steps here, but when I run it,
I can't see. I can see on your database, not the Eclipse.
okay.
I think you didn't share your system. You share only the database.
And then this is, can you see this one now?
Yeah, now I can see. Yes.
Okay. And
Last
then
one
when
for
I,
description, Oracle JDBC driver. Driver is not added.
I did add it here. If you see, this one is the one that's added.
Okay. Why are you giving space while you are creating a project? Project name always should be a single name only. Can you go to the SRC folder in your project?
Okay.
SRC, yeah.
Yeah.
Many number of exceptions. DB connection, yeah, open that.
This one is open here.
Okay. Um, can you go up the coding part? Coding, programming.
In line 14, I don't know, is it Oracle Drive or Oracle Driver you're supposed to write?
Oracle driver, not drive. Line number 14, last word. It is not drive, it is a driver. Yes. Save it and run.
No. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rini.
Can you make me host?
Sir, I send you my email.
Okay, let me send you that. That's a problem. If you miss a single session, again, you will be in the back. So each session is important. Now I need to forward again to you. Just give me a second. Yeah, I sent you, Meran, you can check your email.
Thank you.
So previous sessions, we talked about JDBC API, how to connect a database through JDBC API to database. And we have done a couple of transactions by using a statement object. And we have seen the practically the step by step that you need to establish the connectivity to Oracle database. Perfect. Now, let's try to understand one more statement object that you use for the parameterized query. So we have basically three different types of statement. One is the statement object. Statement object we already discussed. And the other one is a prepare statement. Prepare statement object, and the last one is callable statement. Yeah. So these are the three different types of statement we use. Statement object already we have seen, which is used basically for static SQL queries. Means you need to write some queries that need to be executed there. And the prepare statement extends statement, prepare statement, callable statement. All three are different interfaces. So prepare statement extend the statement object, and callable statement extend the prepare statement here. Now it's more important to know when you should use statement, prepare statement, and as well as callable statement. As you know, statement object is used for execute the plain SQL queries. Okay, the plain SQL queries we can execute by using statement object. Prepare statement object is used for your parameterized queries. It is used for parameterized queries. One statement object can use to execute a different SQL queries, but one prepare statement object can execute only one SQL queries. That is the difference. Okay, statement is basically performance slow, but prepare statement is performance faster. Why? What is the reason? The reason why statement is slow, because every time you execute the code, statement object will compile our SQL queries. But prepare statement will not compile again and again. It will compile only once first time, and next time just it will execute the query. It will not compile. Okay. So what I said the difference, again I'm going to repeat. Statement object is used for execute the plain SQL queries, but prepare statement object is used for execute the parameterized queries. One statement object we can use to execute multiple SQL queries. Insert, update, delete, we have already seen. And one prepare statement object can execute only one queries, not more than one. Statement object is slow as compared to prepare statement. Why? Because statement object will compile every time that we execute our code, but prepare statement will not compile again and again, just it will execute. Next comes to the callable statement. Callable statement is used for the store procedure. If I have some procedure and I want to execute that procedure, then you will go for the callable statement here, right? Some pre-compiled functions which is already executed, sorry, which is already compiled, and we are going to execute that in your code. So that is a callable statement. Okay, so all these three we have a different perspective to use in the different platforms. I mean different requirements, right? So statement we have already seen one example code. Now let's go for to understanding the prepare statement here. So let's go back to the Eclipse, and this is the code that we have discussed in the last session, if you remember. And I'm going to create one more class in the same packages from the DB connections. Okay, so my application is, let's say, something called product management. Yes. Now Let me make my class full screen. Okay. Let's set that one. And I'm going to read the input, whatever I'm going to, scan from the console. So I'm going to first do the scanner class. Okay. Now let's import this scanner class. Now I'm going to write okay, something. Let's follow the same step that we did before. Load the JDBC driver and establish connectivity. So instead of writing the same code, let me just copy those steps as you already have in the previous program. No matter whether you use statement or prepare statement, but these two steps obviously you need to follow. Load the driver and establish the connectivity here. Okay, perfect. Now let me remove this part. It's not required. And when you have already the right block, then obviously you need to follow catch block here. So let me just copy that as well. That's perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'll write my logic experiment. So first I'm going to ask to read some input that I'm going to use in my database table. So I'm going to say art product. Let me just give some title here. Application. So my first option is art product. And my second option is my third option is product, and the fourth option is delete product. delete. Sorry. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read the option here, what exactly the customer want to do. So I'm going to ask what is your option that you want to proceed. Select your choice. Yes. Now, based on that options, I'm going to do the second task. So here I have a case one. Then I'm going to ask the input, right? So I will say to few more details. Product name, product prices, and the brand or stock something. Let's read on the free input. Input prices. Product stock. Or something can say product name, prices. So product ID is something integer. Values. And product name, yes, and prices, which is a float. Now what I need to do is introduce my if statement object. Okay. And I need to write here. Product app is nothing but my table, which I will create later. Values. So I will pass parameter. Each question mark is each parameter. So how many values I need to pass? 3 parameters. So 3 question mark. Let me import this if statement from the util packages. Sorry, SQL packages. Now I need to pass all these parameters one by one by using factory methods. So it's a ps dot set integer. So parameter index 1, first column, my ID has to go, then ps dot, which is the my second parameter index, and it has to go to the third one, that is called set to, where it has to go my parameter index, and the value is called the prices. and then I'm going to call the execute update method. Will count the number of rows and is inserted equal to ps dot execute update methods. Okay, if count is greater than 0, that means real is the record is inserted, then obviously the count will be 0. Then I will say that record inserted. Successful. Clear? Now here what I will do, I will just take this before I start my case. So what is the second one? Second one is update the product. So how we'll do update the product based on the product ID, right? Based on the product ID. So again, I'm going to read the product ID here. Enter product ID, and if the product ID is going to match, then only it has to update. If the product ID is going to matching with the table column, then only it is going to be updated, right? So what I'm going to do here is, again, I'm going to use another if statement. Okay, and I'm going to write a update queries instead of insert. I will say updated product is my table name. So what you want to update here? Here I need to ask. I want to update the price. I want to update the price, so I'm going to ask price. Enter the product new price. New prices. We say so I will say update product app. Price equal to marker. I need to pass the parameter for that, where the product ID is equal to, that means wherever its product ID is matching, that price has to be changed. If the product ID is not matching, price is not going to change. Need to pass the parameter for the same parameter, the prices. I will pass here the new price has to be changed. Second set. And the parameter is an integer type of. So what is the integer? Product ID. Again, I'm going to write if execute property. Sorry. Update equal to ES1 execute. And here I will say if updated is greater than 0, obviously this update is successfully. Error message. No. That is not matching. The same thing we'll discuss further. Now let's try to run this code. So what I need to do first, I need to create a table in my database. So let me log in into my database, and I will show you how to write the queries in the database to create a table. So let's go to my Oracle database home page. Yeah. So I will say system. How can you write a query here? We go to the SQL commands, and then here I'm going to write a query. Hope you guys are following me. So I'm going to say create table. This is the place where I need to write some query, and I have a run button in the top right side, which I need to press after completing my queries. So whatever the queries we have discussed before, or what I have written, the same query only I'm going to execute here. That's all. So create table. My table name is the product app, and I have a 3 column in this table. So first one is the product ID, number, data types, length I'm taking 4, and I have a product name, worker, and length will be 20. Which is a flow, float, and the length is basically 10. Perfect. Now let me click on the run button in the top right. Yes, so finally I can see the table is created. Now you are good to go to execute. So let's come back to Eclipse again, and here I have to write the break statement that I forget it. So statement. Yeah. Okay, and then I have to write my default statement. The rest of the two you can ask why that delete and view product and delete product is not there. That is your task, you have to do. So default is what has to create error message. So we'll say it is out of 1%. Now let's go ahead and run this code. Yeah, now my program is ready to execute. So I got the title project management application, add product, update, view product, delete products. What exactly you want to do? I want to add some products. Obviously, option will be one. And what happened? Yeah, asking executing, but bit slow. So enter the product ID. So my product ID is 101, and the product name which I want to insert is the laptop. The prices of the laptop is I want to add in my inventory applications. Let's say $850. Okay, so if the table is there, then obviously my record will be inserted successfully, no doubt. Again, we can come back and check whether that is inserted or not. So let's come back to database and we can check here. Product. Let's select and run this. I can see whatever the record has inserted, I just got it here. Perfect. Now let's again come back to my applications and let's run it again to see if I want to update something, any prices based on that product ID. So what is my option here? Update the product. I want to update here. Option is 2, and it is going to ask enter the product ID that you want to update here. So my product ID is 101. And what is the new prices? New price is different because of the new year. The company started giving offer, so it's instead of 850, the item is reduced the prices from 850 to $800 only. So if that ID is there, then only I will get updated as update has done successfully. If that ID is not there, so obviously I will get an error message. Now let's come back and see here. Yes, let me run it the same query again. So I got is $800. Right? If I'll come back again, if I'll run this code, say data, say update 2, and I want to say 102, that ID is not there. So even though if I will add $900, then obviously I'll get an error message that product ID is not matching because that ID is not exist here. The product ID is not there in my table, right? So out of this 1, 2 options, because I have not implemented the 3 and 4, that is your job, your task, you have to do it. And if I'm going to say something called 3, right, which is not there, okay, even I'm trying to enter that, then obviously I'll get an invalid choice because I have only 2 options, 1 and 2 options here, 3 and 4, which you need to complete the task. Now this is the time to give you the assignment which you need to work on it. So assignment is already there, very clear in front of you. If I will enter the option 3, then I should get all the list of product which is there in my table. I should see all the list of product ID, name, prices, whatever is there, should display all the list of product. And when I'll go for the option 4, then that means I want to do some kind of a delete operations here. So when you give the option 4, then it will ask enter the product ID which you want to delete. Enter the product ID you want to delete. So whatever the product ID that I will give, which has to be deleted from my applications. Okay, so that you have to do here. 1 and 2 already there in front of you. 3 and 4 which you have to work on it. Okay, and you can just go through this recorded session. I don't want to share the code because I want you guys have to write the code hands-on. It's not like just do copy paste. You write the code, you follow the recorded session and you write the code, and the rest of the 2 I want to see tomorrow. Don't send the code to my email ID. I want to see the code in your machines. I want to see the code in your machines, and you need to explain the rest of the 2, option 3 and option 4. Make sense for everyone?
Yes, sir.
The thing is, the recording where I am, your recording comes late in the night.
Yesterday recorded,
So-
is not uploaded because we didn't discuss much. But you can see.
Yes, that one is yesterday, but usually, so by the time I get this, it's gonna be so late in the night.
We can,
That's an
we can
issue
do it in the morning
for
time.
me.
We can do in the morning time because we connect around 12:30, right? So we can check in the morning time, and I will try to upload this video today itself in few hours, so that we can do in the night at least. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Today recorded session I will try to upload within few hours. Let's say within 1 or 2 hours, I will try to upload, so that you can go through it and you can finish the task. Just write the same code and finish the task by today itself. And there is one more option also. I'm going to giving you option 5. Option 5. Um, product name and prices. Only name and price you want to see, not the ID. So view product name and prices. Here. So 3, 4, 5. There are 5. There are three options that you need to implement here. Try to complete the task, and then we'll see some other programs. There are few things which you need to discuss on JDBC, such as database metadata, result set metadata is there, and as well as callable statement. So once you complete this stuff, and then from Friday onwards, we can move forward with the client server application code. How do you execute your Java code into the server side? How do you communicate with the client server application? How do you develop a project by using such framework, right? So those are the very important session, and for this session, each session is important for. So complete the task, and I will make you host each and every one persons, and you need to show me the code. Make sense for everyone?
Yes. Can you please just move your screen a little bit down? I want to see the second part.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
It's clear.
Yes.
And apart from that, I can give you one more. Jdbc login application. Okay. So the moment I will run the code, then I can see the user login application. This is the title. Okay, this is the title I should see. And then here you can see some part of options. There are two options you will find out, the A option and we have a B options here. So A option is what? Something called user register, and B option is called user power. So obviously, look, first to go for user register, you want to do a register first. So when I will enter the option A, then it will ask user name. So something I will pass. I'm just writing access values. You can give some your name, Rene or Simon, something called Mirun. Enter password. Some values you just go and enter email address and some email ID has to go here. Okay, and once you enter those information, username, password, and email address, then I should get a confirmation if the value has to go to the user register table on your Oracle database. Then I should get a message finally. User register has done. User register has done successfully. And then I can go for the user login. So if that user ID and password is matching, then only it should say login successful. I'm asking about the user login, the B option. So here it will ask the same. Enter your user ID and enter your password. If that user ID and password is matching, which you have given during the registration, then I should say login successful. If it is not matching, it should say login failed. Invalid user ID, you have entered invalid user password, login has failed. Clear? Requirement is clear or any doubts?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Okay. Do you want me to save this requirement in the chart? Hello, can you hear me, guys?
Yes, please. Yes.
Yes, thank you.
So I've saved the requirement. You can note down somewhere in the text file. And as per the requirement, you need to start working on it. Okay, see you tomorrow. Try to finish these two assignments. Spend some time and try to finish this assignment. And I will check the code, both the applications. The previous one, product management, it was incomplete, make it complete. And the second one, which is the user login applications. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you, sir.